Good afternoon. I'm Keenan Willard here with your connection and a look at what's happening across North Texas. Luka lights up the AAC, a 45-point night in his Dallas return. The emotional homecoming and reaction up ahead. And making streets safer in Fort Worth and Dallas, especially for kids. Both cities unveiling plans and what they mean for students heading to school. All that is coming up ahead, though. We start with the weather on this beautiful spring day. Adrian, I was telling you earlier, I actually thought this was like a 3D model. I didn't realize this is actually the live cam. It's that perfect of a day.
Beautiful blue skies, not a cloud in sight, and we're going to continue with this nice weather trend even as we get into the end of the week and the upcoming weekend. So hopefully everyone gets a chance to get out and enjoy it. If not today, in the days ahead. You can see the view outside that Keenan and I were just talking about with the sunshine in Fort Worth. Temperatures, they are on the rise. If you've been sniffling and sneezing as of late, the pollen levels also on the rise. And also in the air, some air quality concerns because of ozone. All those spots there shaded in dark gray included in an ozone action day. Temperatures this afternoon do climb into the mid 80s with mostly sunny skies. Tonight we're dipping down to 53 with clear conditions. Tomorrow, more sunshine on the way. High temperature tomorrow into the upper 70s. And Keenan, we do warm things back up again for the weekend. We're at 82 Saturday, 89 on Sunday.
Going to be getting outside this weekend. Thank you, Adrian. A night that began with tears ended in triumph for Luka Doncic. Doncic put up his best ever night as a Laker in his return to Dallas with 45 points. The Lakers took the W, and fans got to get a little closure, showing their love and appreciation for their former superstar. Meredith Yeomans has the outpouring of support.
Inside the AAC, a highly emotional homecoming for Luka Doncic, who was brought to tears during this tribute video.
Number 77.
Before number 77 took the court in a Lakers jersey for the first time, an entrance ending in an embrace by LeBron James.
Thank you, Luka.
Gratitude and grief extending to the stands and beyond, where fans showed their discontent over Luka's blockbuster trade to LA. The familiar refrain of Fire Nico heard seconds after tip-off.
It's a lot of mixed emotions. It has been for the last couple days.
Chris Taylor has been an outspoken critic of the trade. His Fire Nico cap inspired a newly painted mural in downtown Dallas.
I think tonight's going to be an opportunity for a lot of closure, maybe for a lot of people. I really think that's possible tonight.
There's Luka.
Fans caught a fleeting glimpse of Luka's SUV as he drove past the AAC.
Big Luka fan, big Luka fan.
Right in front of a giant thank you card signed by hundreds of fans.
A lot of emotions.
Many still in disbelief.
I've never been heartbroken before, but I felt like that was the closest thing of being heartbreaking.
I mean, they're not over it.
Susan Hayward.
They're in the jerseys.
Flew in from Ohio for the game. She's a Lakers fan who says she came to show love for Luka.
That's why I'm here, because he was treated terribly, and it's shameful. But I think LeBron is the best thing that will ever happen to him because of his wisdom and experience.
Mixed emotions on a night that felt bigger than basketball. Meredith Yeomans, NBC5.
Just a great summary of that night from Meredith there. Now, the city of Fort Worth kicked off a new round of public feedback on a Vision Zero plan that would further improve safety on city roads. Last night at an open house, the city invited people in the community to weigh in on nearly 36 different action strategies. We talked to a business owner who says they feel the plan doesn't go far enough, excluding some areas in far east Fort Worth where she says roads are outdated and too narrow.
When a car or a truck is coming, sometimes you have to stop and allow the truck to pass, or they'll let you pass in order to maintain the public safety in the area.
And while this plan prioritizes 10 larger scale projects, officials say it is just one part of a broader master transportation planning effort. Some are asking how long it'll actually take to turn these studies into real solutions. The city says council must approve the plan before it's submitted for funding. The city anticipates adopting that plan early next year. Now, Dallas also has a Vision Zero plan. Yesterday was a major win for Oak Cliff parents who want more safety measures for kids as they walk and bike to school. The city council approved protecting bike lanes along Stevens Forest Drive in the Rosemont area. In Austin, a state Senate committee is taking up a bill that could bar the State Fair of Texas from banning guns. Now, this debate comes after the policy was adopted and enforced at last year's State Fair. Our Larry Collins has the latest.
That Senate bill filed by a North Texas lawmaker. State Senator Bob Hall, a Republican from Rockwall, is the sponsor of the bill. It would impose penalties ranging from $1,000 to a little over $10,000 per violation on contractors who unlawfully restrict handgun holders from entering or remaining on property. It would allow residents or licensed handgun holders to file complaints. It would also authorize the Attorney General to investigate those complaints and issue penalties. You'll remember the gun ban began after 3 people were injured in a shooting in the food court area back in 2023. State Senator Hall argues that the restrictions undermine the intent of Texas law, Second Amendment rights, and creates unnecessary barriers for responsible gun owners. If the bill passes and is signed into law, it would go into effect in September, before this year's fair. We reached out to the State Fair of Texas for comment. Overnight, as of this morning, we had not heard back. In Dallas, Larry Collins, NBC5.
Larry, thank you. Today is also budget day in the Texas legislature, and it could be a very long day for lawmakers. Nearly 400 amendments were filed Wednesday alone. For Democrats, the primary objection is related to funding for education savings accounts to pay for private schooling with public money.
I will be voting no unless there are significant changes. It's putting a $1 billion voucher, which blows a hole in the public education budget in perpetuity.
Now, some conservatives also voicing concern. Brian Harrison of Midlothian called for a motion to vacate Dustin Burrows from his seat as Speaker of the House over criticisms of the budget. Now, the vote fell by a huge margin, with only Representative David Lowe of Tarrant County voting in his favor.
He has chosen to take this body in a hard left direction where we are growing government, we are increasing spending, and yes, that will increase taxes.
The biggest things to me are the money that is contemplated for water infrastructure funding, university research funding. There's more money contemplated for flood mitigation funding, for wildfire response.
Now, as it stands, the state budget filed as Senate Bill 1 is more than 1,000 pages and expected to grow still. The appropriations bill and supplemental appropriations bill fund virtually the entire Texas government. Now, crews continue today to repair a massive sinkhole in a Pleasant Grove neighborhood. Now, this problem, which is very striking to see, is on Riverway Drive in Dallas. Dallas water utilities say this sinkhole was caused after a 27-inch concrete wastewater main line broke on Monday. A man driving a truck actually fell into that hole and went to the hospital. The city says it hopes to have the repairs done by today. At the top of our planner today, the city of Dallas is recognizing Fair Housing Month with an educational event in far South Dallas. The city's equity office says the goal is to educate residents about their rights. It's happening at the District 8 Resource Center at 6 p.m. And the Dallas Stars are back on home ice tonight, hosting the Winnipeg Jets in a Central Division showdown at the AAC. And they're trying to get back on track after a heartbreaker earlier this week when the Stars gave up 3 goals in the final minute and lost in overtime to Vancouver. Puck drops tonight at 7. And coming up at 4, millions of people are living with debilitating depression, anxiety, and addiction. But now psychedelics may offer a dose of hope. A lot of interesting news coming up ahead at 4, but we'll be back with The Connection in 30 minutes. Thank you so much.